I can't believe I'm missing an eye now. This is great.
Right, let's start
I
this
don't
up.
get it.
I like this lingering injury chart Joe's using, though.
Yeah. Right, anyway, so last week you got into a massive fight with 3 golden dragons, which turned out not to be golden dragons, but fairy dragons instead, and they cloned themselves to become 3, and they also major imaged a giant young dragon instead as well. Crank then put up Wall of Wind to protect himself. Crank made the funny remark saying that, oh yeah, you put all the people in one spot.
That was me.
Yeah.
I said we're
sorry,
fighting dragons. We're fighting dragons, and the first thing we did was clump
together. That's it. Anyway, so you quickly defeated and dispatched the fairy dragons, and that is where we are now. So, do you guys want to loot the fairy dragons?
I want their bodies.
You want
I
them?
want an eyeball.
But you want an eyeball? You still hung up on this?
Even if Zen doesn't want it, I want it.
Okay.
No, I want their bodies because cunning artisan.
Nice.
I want like a fairy dragon wing shield. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll maybe allow you to have that.
Yeah. Anyway, I just want to take the.
Okay. Anyway,
Elytra.
I need.
Speaking of shields, Lilith is gonna
go.
Lilith is gonna go over to Crank, and she's gonna be like, She's gonna look at Crank's shield, which perhaps is a bit big on him, and she's gonna look at her shield, which Zen gave her, and it's perhaps a little small. So she's looking at both for a bit, and she goes, "Hey, Crank, do you think maybe it'd be better if we swapsies?"
Just out of game real sec, you're gonna need to attune to this.
That is fine.
That's fine. Anyway.
Okay, yeah, let's switch.
I'm gonna need 3 D2s and 1 D10 as well.
Now, this is how my gratitude is repaid.
Oh, I'm sorry, Zen, but his is bigger.
It's not about the size.
Oh my God!
Shield, Madame
you couldn't have said that
it is how
before I
one
took a shot.
It.
Took a shot. Took a swig of my beer.
It is not the size of the shield. It is how one uses it to defend themselves from oncoming attacks.
It's not how you use the sword. It's how you wield it. Is what you're saying, Zen.
No, it's more about. It's not the. Oh fuck! Yeah, yours was a bit more on the nose than mine was.
This one has a special pushing action. It thrusts at your enemies.
It has a moving option. You press a button, it moves.
Oh, War Dog.
Right. Anyway, I need 3 D2s.
Big Nokia.
3 D2s and 1 D10.
3 D2s
and 1 D10.
Who doing this?
Hoodoo.
You do?
Hoodoo, you voodoo.
Voodoo? You remind me of the Babe.
Okay. Seeing as it's normally me who decides these things for everyone, I'll roll a D2. Mike, you roll a D10, and Josh, you roll the other D2.
Okay.
The other 2D2.
2D2. Okay.
After all my attacking dice.
Yeah, you normally do well with your attacks.
Huh.
There he is.
Hey!
Joe?
Yep.
Mine would be a 2.
A 2. Okay.
I rolled 2 4s.
So 3 2s, Joe.
3 2s, so 6. Okay.
And I got a 9.
Yeah,
you got a 9. Okay.
9.
Ooh.
Is it a mighty?
That's pretty cool. Okay, so off the red fairy dragon, you get.
1 sec, sorry. I need to get to my page. Yeah.
So basically, you get 2 red fairy dragon wings.
Yeah.
2 yellow fairy dragon wings.
Yeah.
And then off the blue one, you get 2 blue fairy dragon wings.
Yeah.
And you get 1 vial of fairy dragon dust.
I do believe in fairy dragon.
Oh shit! I just remembered I need to do this. Who's harvesting this?
What is the role?
That's
if
what
it's
I need.
is it a survival?
It will be a nature check, please.
Um,
I think that's Zen's
Right.
bag. Oh, wait,
uh,
that's intelligence. I can do this.
yeah, I would say if it was survival, that'd definitely be me. But nature, I've only got a +2. I'll pop you with a guidance though.
Ace, okay.
Can I just check
Right.
something a sec, Mike? How many infusions do you have?
I've got a spare one.
Ah, right.
Like,
So
the shield was already mine.
I see.
So-
So like the shield, you can give it to someone else as long as you keep it infused, though. Yeah.
I believe that's the case, yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
have
was
to
just
double
checking
check.
because I think you should be able to give it to someone, but you will still have to
No,
keep
I
it as one
think
of
you
your
definitely
infusion
can give it to
slots.
someone, but yeah, I think the deal
Yeah,
is I have
that's
to
the
keep it.
concern from my end was you have to keep it infused despite the
Yes.
fact it's in my possession. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I have a spare infusion, so it's not
Mhm.
illegal.
All right.
So what have I got infused? I think it's that shield and my homunculus. Who does fuck all anyway. Like if I did
Yeah,
I would just
he does nothing other than carry an orb around for us.
Mhm.
yes. However, if if it ever came to it and Crank was stuck, I could use it to cast touch spells on.
Yeah, that's what I'm using my Find Familiar on in the
Yeah.
other game I'm playing, pretty much.
Yeah, basically.
Going up behind them and me going in front of them and then shocking grasps with advantage all day, baby.
Oh, shocking grasp. That's a touch.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
might have to stock
And
that.
if you can't get inflict wounds, shocking grasp is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Vampiric touch is a good one.
Yeah, that's also very good. I haven't unlocked it yet, though, unfortunately.
Oh no, I don't think the homunculus servant takes up an infusion slot.
Mike, what was your nature roll then?
I haven't done it yet, so I have. That is 24 with your guidance.
Yep, that's fine. So yeah, you get everything I just said.
Oh, cool.
I'll send you this because it makes it easier anyway. Thank you.
You dropping an F in the chat.
So, Mike, I think you'll have to keep your shield anyway in your inventory. But I'll add it to mine. I'll write it in.
So that's for the wings.
Righto. Okay.
All you have to do then is just add a +1 shield to your character sheet, I guess.
Lovely job. That's what I'll do.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah, but you need 20.
You do need 20. We have 6.
Your vial will do this.
I think I know what that is.
What the vial?
Yeah. Oh, maybe not if it's a D10.
That's what yours does. You rolled a 9. It's quite a funny dust, I think. But
Well done, Mike.
Wait, what?
Tell you what, let me write this information
the
next to the actual
dragon dust
vial.
that you rolled for, basically, they have to beat a wisdom save of 11, otherwise they get transformed into a sheep for an hour.
That's dope.
It's a pretty cool
That might-
dust, I'll be honest.
That could come in handy a lot.
Anyway, so you're gonna continue on moving
Yeah.
to the Manaku clan? Okay,
How well
Yeah.
do you reckon we can propel that with a wall of wind?
so that's fine. Like I said before, not last session, but the session before anyway. But you were pretty much there. It was just the final encounter that you had to do anyway, which was this, and it was just the setting that the encounter you rolled. Anyway, so you continue on, and Lilith, the surrounding area starts to become more and more known to you, as obviously you haven't been here for a while. But you also, along the way, you start getting flashbacks of like what you saw, like what the clan was like, but just before you left, like where there was just little villages and stuff like that. It wasn't too big. But you start imagining like how it's changed over the years. And I've already shown Jev this, but this I haven't got a map for it, so I've just got a static image of what I'd expect it to look like. So this is what I'd suggest the Manaku clan village looks like now.
Ooh, and this is a lot bigger and a
It's
bit.
a lot, yeah, because
Yeah.
obviously it's not just the Manaku clan that's there now. It's the lizard folk that are also there.
Yeah. I
Well,
imagine some of
you
the
don't
other
know that, but
tribes.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Zen does. Yeah,
Yeah. I would imagine some of the other tribes are consolidated. From
Yeah.
what we gathered, they
Yeah.
were breaking into the forest. So I would
100%.
imagine, yeah.
So yeah, this is what I'd consider as your as the Manaku clan. So as you enter, obviously, um, you have a lot of people looking at you. Like there isn't any walls, which is quite
Mm.
surprising. Like
Yeah.
obviously considering they're not at war, I'd say, but there's a conflict going on between them
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Olivin. Um, but as you arrive, you can see loads of elf kids running around having fun. Like there's no care in the world. But then
Hmm.
you also see some barbarians and guards that you recognize from your time, and some that you don't recognize, obviously, because it's been 5 years. Um, but you can also hear loud shouting and giggles from coming from like the nearby tavern, and you can hear some shops deals going down from like
Mm.
the little stalls and some of the indoor shops as well.
Mm.
And you make your
I,
way into the heart of the
I
village.
imagine she's quite. She got a bit of mixed emotions because I imagine she's pretty happy seeing like how everything looks. Like it almost looks like this place hasn't been touched,
Hmm.
and it's advanced so far. So she's got that happiness, but because she's seeing people that she recognizes, and they didn't necessarily end on,
Good terms.
not everyone hates her here, but it's still like there was still some resentment towards her. So she's trying not to look at the eyes of some people,
Yeah.
but then perhaps trying to get a double look at him because they're like, oh wow, is that him? Oh, he's changed his hair or some shit like
No,
that.
I know what you
Like
mean.
they're little differences.
But you notice for a fact that as you're walking through the city streets and the shop district, you just hear, Lilith, is that you? And as you turn around, obviously there's no one to your height, but as you look down, there's a gnome. And to you, you know for a fact that this is Wabu.
Do you know what's really weird about this, Joe?
What's that?
I'm playing Wabu, and Wabu is the
No
character I'm playing in
way!
another campaign.
Bugger
Yeah.
off! What a dickhead.
Yeah. So this characterization is going to be quite different, I imagine.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh
You-
god. I fucking. It was like when he tried to play Shift.
I know. Oh,
Yeah,
balls.
first off, he's based on Danny DeVito. So,
Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, that's not happening.
yeah, I didn't. I figured not.
Danny
Come
DeVito,
on.
for fuck's sake.
Yeah. And she'd be like, hey, Wabu, I got a bone to pick with you. And she's going to pick out, like, this crossbow that she had for him. She's going to go, I looked it up, and there's no such explorer as Richard Titmouse. I paid you 10 gold for this crossbow, and I haven't used it once.
He looks at you and goes, well, there's nothing I could really say about that, so, your loss, really.
You're lucky, you Wabu. You're lucky that these people have taken you in. You all know what happened to your last clan.
He looks at you and goes, no? What happened to my last clan?
Well, you found an orb, see? And
Yeah,
that
yeah,
orb
okay, yeah,
was-
we don't need to hear the story. Okay,
Yeah. And then, like, the smoke comes through the area, and then it comes back, and we're all standing there and go, I don't know how you got out to Saltmarsh either, but,
he looks at you and goes, do you want to come see my wares?
No.
So come on, I got some good stuff, you'll love it, I swear.
She's gonna turn to the other guys and go, I don't think he's all bad,
He
but
cuts in, he goes, oh, come on, guys, come on.
he sold me this crossbow, and it's a piece of shit, so... maybe later, Wabu. Do you know where, the chief is?
Oh, the chief. Oh, he's in the longhouse in the central part of town. Just keep going that way. And he points towards more the center of town.
And she'll, like, flip him a gold piece and be like, stay out of trouble.
He goes, oh, Lilith, before you go, take this.
Mhm.
And he hands you a knife.
Ooh.
It's
He goes-
dangerous to
he
go
goes,
alone.
You
It's
Take
throw
dangerous.
this. He said, "You throw this at your enemies, and it will cast Ice Knife. I promise you."
And she's gonna look at it very skeptically and be like, "Okay." And she's gonna tuck it away. In her mind, she has the intent not to use her and to just get rid of it. But we'll see what happens.
Okay.
But she's just humouring him. She doesn't really trust him.
As
He's
you
a
start
prankster.
walking away, he starts waving. He goes, "Goodbye."
And then she'll turn to the others and go, "Yeah, he kind of killed his entire tribe, so he's okay. But you keep your wits about you."
Okay. So you make your way towards the longhouse, and you keep
How do you spell his name? Sorry.
Waabu.
Oh, that's not what you spelled it here.
Isn't it? Did I do a W instead?
No, it was
It may have been.
WABUU.
Yeah, that is it. Sorry, Joe, you're right.
See,
yeah.
I said to Jev this morning. I was just like, "Oh, you know what, right?" I said, "I got a little funny thing. Hopefully it'll work." He goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, Wabu's in his is in his backstory on Beyond, but it's not in the one that he sent me on Discord." I was like, "So maybe he's forgot about it." And you just like, "Oh yeah, I'm running him in the other." I was just like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, he is the character, but all my characters, when I came up with them, I tried to put them all in each other's backstories.
Jesus.
You created a universe.
Yeah, pretty
sort
much.
of. Yeah, sort of.
But honestly,
I keep changing. There's 3 of them who have stayed there, and 3 keep getting changed around. Also.
Anyway, so as you're making your way to the longhouse, you also go past the barracks of the Manaku clan, where you can see into the courtyard and stuff of little like elf people being trained like how to use a sword and stuff. Lilith, you obviously know they're probably about 40, maybe 50.
Yeah.
But obviously to Crank, it's just little kids trying to learn to fight.
Yeah.
But you can also see Bravehand as the drill sergeant shouting off like, "Oh my god, you maggots, you're never going to amount to anything," and stuff like that. And obviously you could just imagine like your time with him as when you were being trained.
Yeah, she's gonna, especially Bravehand, she's gonna try not to make eyes with.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
But anyway, you arrive at the longhouse, standing right in front of it. It looks like a proper Nordic longhouse, if you could imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got the torches going all along it, and you've got a massive archway to lead into the building. Do you enter alone, or do you go in, all of you?
This will take a moment before she goes in, because this is a big thing. She hasn't seen, and everyone else she has met up with so far.
Yep.
Bad, terrible things have happened. So she is very much waiting for the penny to drop here, in a way. She's like, am I going to open this door and am I going to see some shit?
I've got a question, Joe.
Yes.
Yeah. From the time of remember we had them 10 encounters before we came to Ullivan?
Yes.
Since like the last day of our encounters, how many days have passed and before us getting here?
How many days have passed?
Yeah, how many days have passed?
So, if I do 11 days.
Okay. That would definitely mean that my message got to them.
Oh yeah, yes, definitely.
So it's not a out of the blue sort of thing. No. They know who I am at the very least. And they know that I'm with Lilith.
Lilith has definitely been trained proper though, probably to a fault. So she's gonna walk up and knock.
There's no doors, there's just the archway. No doors
she's gonna stand awkwardly by the archway and knock on the wall.
So, make a perception check.
Okay, hang on.
Very Lilith.
Oh, I don't think it's good. No, that is a 7.
Oh, okay.
Flash of genius.
Okay, Zen and Crank, can you make a perception check as well?
Always.
Oh, why?
pretty sure only fucking Zen's gonna see this. I'll be honest, but
I gotta. Wait, no, that's a 1. Fuck.
a 1.
Perception is never my thing, and it's not even just this character. It's every character I've ever fucking played.
I actually gave myself proficiency in perception, so it was the one wisdom stat I was okay in. I just rolled like garbage.
Well, I just rolled
Zen,
a nat
come
one.
on.
I mean,
How
it's
much
like
did you
nothing
get?
else.
You can't cast guidance.
Flaccid 20.
Flaccid 20. Okay. So Zen, as you
with your one eye.
okay,
Yeah,
roll
give me
with disadvantage.
Joe.
Actually, yeah, go for it.
So. I rolled 2 11s. Fuck you, Joe.
Nice. Okay, that's fine. So
With
still
your
a soft
fucking-
20.
With your plus 18 to perception.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's only +9.
Plus 18.
Oh,
Fucking hell, Mike.
I was
Jesus.
joking.
Anyway,
Fucking hell.
so Zen, as you're all standing at the archway of the longhouse, Crank, you're staring at the floor for some odd reason. Lilith, you're just too shy to even notice what's going on around you. But Zen, you notice that inside, when you look inside the longhouse, you can see that there's how many? Hang on, sorry, I gotta count. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 figures sitting at a very large table in the center of the room, and there's a map on the table, and you can tell that there's like pieces placed upon the map. So you could probably guess that they're going over
War Council
right now. And Lilith, you just knock on the side of the archway to wait for permission to be asked to come in. But you see that you see that all of the 5 figures just literally stop talking and just look at the archway, all staring at Lilith.
All the while, Crank is looking down at the floor, like a little kid.
Yeah.
Saying,
No, Crank's looking all the way around the room, just like
And
the construction of this place is a marvel to me.
No. He's wondering why the letter W starts with a D.
Oh God, don't do that to me.
And basically, so Lilith, you're just waiting for someone to like allow you to come in, but they just don't say anything. They just stand there staring at you, waiting for you to make the first move. And Zen, I'm gonna say that you nudge Lilith to be like,
Yeah, I was absolutely gonna like sort of like
Lilith,
prod it forward with my staff.
yeah.
It's like I'm standing behind her. I'm just gonna like with my left hand sort of reach my staff around behind her and just like nudge her in the back, right between the shoulder blades, so she's forced to take like 2 or 3 steps forward.
Okay, so Lilith, you step forward into the longhouse. Are you going to continue walking forward? Or are you going to just take those 2 steps and stop?
No, I'm going to continue walking unless they
walking.
say anything. I'm going to try and see if I recognize any of the people there as well.
I go up with Lilith as well.
Okay, so Lilith, you only recognize the one person sitting at the head of the table as Daystalker. Okay?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But you do not recognize the 4 other lizard folk sitting at the table.
She will definitely, once she sees Daystalker, she's gonna flash a genuine smile because she's like really happy to see him. But seeing how they're all kind of gruff and serious, she's then gonna, capture herself and try not to like make it all emotional and be a thing.
Yeah.
And she's just gonna kind of come up and stand off, like give enough space so that she's not near the table or anything.
Okay.
Give distance, and she's just gonna wait and see if anyone says anything to her. Or
so so basically you stand there, you start smiling, and then you look up and pay attention and realize that everyone else has got more of a serious face on. And your face dies down to a resting bitch face, if you would. But then as you enter behind Lilith as well, you recognize all 4 of the lizard men, and they're the chieftain from the other 4 tribes. But you don't recognize the head of the table, which is Daystalker.
I am very gently gonna sort of like, I said I was behind Lilith. I'm now very badly hiding behind Lilith.
Behind Lilith, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Crank, what are you doing?
I get under the table and start inspecting the quality of materials.
So So anyway, as the
It's
lizard
a
folk look at
time
Zen,
zone.
and you start hiding behind Lilith, they all turn to look at Daystalker, and they all turn and ask, he's just like, who are these people? And Daystalker just says nothing, stands up, walks up to you, Lilith, and just gives you a hug.
Oh, I'm glad because I really wanted to. She's gonna give him like a really tight hug.
Yep.
Like I imagine she's gonna get some tears, but she's gonna try and like get rid of them quickly because so it's not a thing.
So he's
And
hugging.
she's just gonna say, and she's gonna whisper it. So hopefully the other one's gonna be like, "I'm really glad you're alive."
How awkward is this for me being
You're
directly
just-
behind Lilith?
He just get like he towers so far over you, like you come up to just
Yeah.
below, like
Yeah.
just
I
above
mean,
the level
Lilith
of his
is
stomach.
actually Lilith
Am
is pretty
I-
tall for who she is as well. So like, and
Yeah.
he like towers
Is
over
it
her.
very obvious that this guy's a Goliath?
Oh,
then?
it's very obvious, but
Yeah.
you can.
So I can probably put together that this is the guy I sent that message to.
100%.
Yeah.
But he leans down to you.
In
obviously
fact, she'll
giving
say
you-
it in giant. She'll whisper it in giant because she
Yeah.
knows that. So she'll say,
he whispers it back to you, and he's just like, "I'm glad you're home. I've been worried sick." And he looks back, like as he's hugging you, he looks back at you, Zen, and he was just like, "Ah, a lizard folk shaman."
Hey, Zenbaru, you should check out this table.
he's
All
with
the-
us also.
All
She's
once Crank shouts out Zenbaru,
I did that on purpose.
all
You
the
motherfucker.
lizard folk just be like,
I hate
"Ah."
you so much right now.
Oh, look at him. He goes, "Ah, so this is the shaman from the Green Claw tribe."
There are many emotions flying through my head right now.
Hey, Zenbaru, are you okay there, buddy? I really think you should check out this table.
Joe.
You see that you
Joe.
see as he keeps flaunting your name, you see that Garut is starting to just get in front of Zenbaru.
Joe.
Yeah.
I throw a bead of force at Crank.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Oh my god. Okay, okay, I need to have a look at this. Beat of
Is there a
force.
save
What
I'm
is
gonna
it?
make?
A creature within
Dexterity
10 foot.
15 saving throw.
Okay, this is gonna hurt the
Okay.
chieftains as well. Because
Is
it's
that
it's a
why
big
Joey
table, but
Zenbaru would
it's
Oh,
about a
shit,
10-foot
whoops.
table.
Oh, can I not? I thought it was a massive table, and they were.
Like, oh no, it's not that massive a table.
Oh fuck!
but
Can I
it's-
just cast a spell on him instead?
You can just cast a direct spell. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna say
So
I would.
produce
Shut
flame
up.
him then.
Huh?
I want to. I'll just produce flame him.
Produce flame. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to throw bead of force because it encompass him in a ball.
Shame you don't have heat metal.
I do.
Oh. Anyway, okay, produce flame.
Okay,
go on.
I'm gonna produce flame him instead. 19, 22.
22
That's
to
a
hit.
hit.
Yeah.
Right, that hit.
I don't want to do like a lot of damage.
I crit. It does 400 points of damage. Vaporizing him.
Oh my! Thankfully, genuinely, it's 2d8. I rolled a 1 and a 2, so it's 3
Oh,
damage.
nice.
I'm just like winging a flame at his face and continuing to cower behind Lilith.
And Garut at the same time.
Yeah, and Garut.
What's the
But
table made of,
you,
though?
Lilith, one thing you do notice though, that obviously when you left, Daystalker, he was quite a noticeable Goliath. Obviously, he had pale skin, and his runic markings on his body were all like pale grey as well.
Mhm.
But you notice that he's still got his pale grey skin, but you notice that the runes on his body has started to turn like a palish brown.
Mm.
So obviously for him being away from the mountains and being more in a forest secluded area, that his runics have started changing to fit his whereabouts.
I see. Cool.
That's interesting.
But Crank, obviously Crank got fireballed in the face, and he's still doing the thing.
By the way, my HP is now at 69.
Nice.
I would love for the random encounter roll to be there. You roll a 69 and it just says, nice. And that's it.
Yeah.
It's like some druid in the background casts Skywrite, and so the clouds just say nice.
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 Yeah.
That is so cool. Anyway, but
Do I have
Zebru,
Skywrites? Actually, hang on.
you
Stocks.
Message.
you notice you could definitely recall each of their names as well, but Daystalker turns to Lilith. He goes, "Let me introduce you to our allies in this difficult time."
I wouldn't really know their name because I didn't.
You
The only
did
time
go.
I would have properly seen, I'd only recognize their faces. I wouldn't really know their names too well
Yeah.
because they were part of the other clans.
So he points to the one sitting almost like to the left of him at the table, and he goes, "That is Kaz of the Small Fang tribe." And you notice
And he goes, hello.
he's you could definitely tell by looking at him. He's got black scales, and he's very visibly older than Zembru. And
I've written down in my note here, Kaz, old and black. Got it.
And he has a very visible scar going from one side of his face to another in a diagonal pattern. And then he says, "Oh, the person on the right, that's Bograx of the Razor Tail tribe." And
Hello.
she, you can definitely tell she's younger than Zembru, and you notice that she has a very noticeable sharp tail, and her
Bogneck,
scale are pink.
because she's a girl, yeah?
Well, not because of that. I'm making this shit up as I go along, but yeah.
No, it does sound cool.
There's one that I'm really looking forward to.
So, Bognecks, right?
No,
So,
Bograx. Bograx. Bograx.
Okay, Bograx. Okay, Bograx, she's pink, and sharp tail, yeah?
Sharp tail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And she absolutely sparkles.
And he said the one sitting next to her is Shass, Shass of the Red Eye tribe. And he goes,
Hello.
very noticeable red eyes, and he's missing some scales on the side of his cheeks. And his scales are blue.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is gonna go. And he points to the last person, and he goes, and this is the chieftain of the Dragon Tusk tribe. And you notice that he's got red scales, and he has very enlarged claws as well. And he stands up, and he looks at you. He goes, "Hello, my name is Zanbaru."
Oh, fuck you.
Does he have big, meaty claws?
He does have big meaty claws.
Oh, fuck. What's it called? Sorry, Joe, what's it called? Dragon what, sorry?
Dragon Tusk.
Dragon Tusk. Oh, that was it. It was on Dragon Tail.
No, Zanbaru.
Crank's gonna walk back away so that the two of them are like equal. Zen and Zen at equal distance, and he's gonna look smack bang in the middle of them and say, "Hey, Zen." Hey,
They both
Zen.
look at you.
Major luck. Ha ha.
Lilith is going to say
Is
just quickly...
Crank now out from under the table?
He is now out from under.
Is there people within 10 feet of him?
No.
Mike, I think... No, I'm not going to throw it.
You wanna go? You wanna go?
Oh, fuck's sake.
No, I'm...
Remember the last PvP, Zen? It wasn't you.
I was going to say, it wasn't any of you. What do you want about?
No, it was Alistair.
Oh, I was going to say.
Yeah. Who's that?
Everyone has to save the shit out of the cowman. Who's that?
Wow.
I'm still very much hiding behind Lilith and Gary.
Yeah, I was going to say, Lilith is going to kind of say to Zen, after she is the last name, she's going to go, "Do dragons usually have tusks?"
Zanbaru.
To me or the other Zan?
Zanbaru.
Right, we've
she's
got
asking-
Zen and Zan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm asking Zen behind me.
We We sometimes called their teeth tusks, just as a oversimplification. I'll cower back
It
behind.
does. She's gonna say it does sound a lot cooler than Dragon Tooth.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm not here.
Okay.
And
I think they see you though.
No, they don't. I can't see them. They can't see me. This is how that sort of thing works.
And she's like, "Oh, did you cast invisibility? I got my blind sight, so I can see you." But
Yep, that is what happened here.
oh, good.
basically, Daystalker turns to you three and you four. Sorry, I forgot Garrett. And he says, "Oh, please take a seat," and asks you to gather around the table. And he also
How many chairs are there?
there's quite a lot of chairs.
Oh, okay,
There's
that's
quite a
fine.
lot of chairs.
Yeah.
But he also waves his hand to one of his barbarians, and he comes over and whispers something in his ear, and you just see the barbarian run off. And he turns to you all and he goes, "Please take a seat." But so
Joe.
Yeah?
What is the floor like in this room?
it's all wood.
It's all wood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so do you all take a seat?
Yeah.
Lilith is definitely going to take a seat.
So Lilith, you take a seat. You try and get close to Daystalker, but he says, "No, you need to sit over there."
Oh yeah, okay. She'll also take Bernard out and put him on a seat.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, we're definitely keeping Bernard, boys. Bernard is staying with us.
Go for it.
Hands down.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, Lilith, you take a seat. Crank, you take a seat, and Zembru, you take a seat. But you do notice that the Garut refuses to take a seat and stands behind Zembru.
Mm-hmm.
Crank pulls the
Obviously,
chair out before sitting in
the
it. He
lizard
checks its
folk-
construction.
Obviously, the lizard folk understand the symbolization of what Garut is doing.
Yeah.
But Daystalker is a bit puzzled, obviously, because
Yeah.
the rest of the chieftains don't have it, so he doesn't know
Lilith,
the
'cause she-
custom.
Because she doesn't get the idea of them having a different. She would know other cultures' different social cues, but probably not so much Elizabeth. She would say, "Groot, you're being rude."
He turns to you. He goes, "I am not being rude. I am standing my ground."
I'll lean over. I assume I sat next to Lilith.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll lean over. I'll lean over to her and go. Cultural differences. He needs to be where he is.
Oh, okay. Sorry. And she'll
That's no
go back. Yeah. This is a learning experience for me as well. They don't have many books on lizard folk customs.
And,
Most of us can't write or read, so you know.
Ah, that's probably why.
So
Yeah.
after you finish your little whispering spree, Daystalker stands up and he says, "Ah, welcome, guys." And obviously, because I'm going to say you're sitting at the back, so your backs are turned to the door.
Mhm.
As you turn, a couple more people arrive, and obviously Brave Hand is one of them. And he comes down and sits towards where Daystalker is, and he's given a foulest look towards Lilith.
Yeah, Lilith is going to put her hand. You know that thing you do where you put a hand up and you're not really looking,
Yeah.
but she's taking a glance every now and again, see if he's still looking at her.
He's
And I
just
imagine he doesn't
constantly
take. Yeah, he doesn't
staring.
take his eyes off. So she's just like.
And also, Zembru, you notice that Via also walks in as well and sits towards the head of the table.
Say that name again. Sorry.
Via.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Oh, you remember Via?
Oh, yeah, I remember Via.
Yeah. So time has passed.
Remember
like you said,
Via. Remember Via.
You know,
remember
time has
Via,
passed
let you
since
go.
you last asked about her. So she's
Via,
returned.
wasn't it Veeth?
Oh, is it Veeth or I literally
Veeth,
I can't
yeah.
find the name.
Mhm.
I tried
Veeth.
finding
We
it.
met her on
In-
Did we meet her on Khaleesi? Or where? Because I've got a name, Veeth from Dragon Tusk.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Veeth. VYTH.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Sorry, not Via.
That's
Veeth.
right.
Tell a lie.
No, I know where we met her.
You met
Remember
her in the
when we were
first
doing?
city?
You remember?
Went
Yeah,
on
remember
the
when we
back
went
of
to
the
that place?
tortoise, I think. Yeah.
No,
on
no,
the
no,
back
No,
of the
no, it
big
wasn't on the back
dragon
of the tortoise.
turtle.
Remember when we went to that place for that ginger guy Jameer on the cart?
Oh yeah.
When we
remember.
went to that city, that's where she was.
Yeah, yeah.
It was, if I remember correctly,
Ravnia?
Ravnia, I believe is the right word.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, because Jameer was some sort of merchant.
Oh, I can't tell. I think it's Ravnia.
Yeah, here we go. Ginger, here you go. Ginger, wealthy, golden bloke, Jameer, merchant from Ravnia.
There you
Yeah,
go. Merchant
here you go
from
as well. City of Ravnia, 3-month travel to Harbinel. That's where Jameer was
Okey-dokey.
from. Because he was in Harbinel,
Oh,
or in the village of Harbinel,
hold on,
dropping
I'll
off
be back now.
supplies
I
and
need to go
going
toilet.
back. Yeah. Genuinely, I've spent like the most of this conversation looking up if a badger can burrow through wood. Because I want to get the fuck out of here.
I've been spending time. I opened my rice spear and it went everywhere.
Oh dear.
I don't know how it got so like
Yeah.
crossed up. I don't know if it's like to do with it being a rice
Yeah.
ale or something, but there we are.
If you're wondering about what Garrett is doing, I can only assume that it's sort of it would be normal for
Yeah,
because you've got
the,
in the
the
clan you've
guards
got
wouldn't sit down, would they? Like your personal guard or something.
yeah, it's not really guard. It's sort of in the clans you've got the chief and head warrior,
Ah, yeah, I see.
and they're sort of like
Yeah, I remember you telling me now. I've got it
Yeah.
written down here in my notebook.
they're like a duo, but it's
Yeah.
obviously the chief has to represent, but they have their head warrior there because
Yeah.
they consult each other on decisions.
I see. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I was trying to think. I had an example I was going to equate it to that. Like, I didn't really think. I knew it would be some type of like cultural related thing. I was just thinking, and I was like,
I was
in
not
my
ready to meet these people yet.
yeah. In my head, the way I envisioned Lilith, I was like, oh, she would have got trained to speak with the type of people that they would have the type of races. So really, it's elvish, giant, and gnomish was the thing she would pick up because they are in the surrounding areas.
Right. Anyway, so now that everyone is sat down as well, and obviously you've explained why Garrett is standing behind you. Daystalker clears his throat. He goes, "Right, we all know why we're here," and then he was just like, "Actually," said,
Yeah.
He was just like, "You three wouldn't understand, but let me catch you up to speed as fast as possible." So,
Thousands of years ago.
he points at the map.
It all started with the Big Bang.
He points at the map, right? And so you can see the Sword Coast map, if you will. I haven't. Oh,
no, that's fine.
I have got
Yeah,
it.
as long as you got the link, you can repost it.
No,
but...
not the link. I got this.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
When it loads.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! It takes
it's
long.
on mine. Oh, it's showing up on mine already.
Yeah.
I've just got a white screen with a. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you can't. Fuck, you can't really see.
Wow, that's blurry.
We know it's in autumn though, so.
Yeah, bugger off. Right, I'm just gonna put you back
Are
to
we
this.
meant to be
You all know
up here in the high forest?
You all know the interactive thing, so I just put it on
Yeah.
the map portion of it. And I'll put where they're fighting. Anyway, so you see two things on the map, and you see the entire Sword Coast map. But you see also that where there are two icons of knights stationed on both two sides of the forest. You got up there. Obviously, you're not going to be able to see this, guys, but and oh fuck, there. That's going to look really weird.
We'll see it when we all watch the video back, because we all do that, don't we, guys?
Yeah, every week.
Except Michael.
I've never watched one.
Well,
anyway,
now that we're doing
basically-
recording episodes a week apart,
yeah.
wink. I assume it'll be easier for you to.
Dicks.
Anyway, no, okay, what I'll just say. So basically, on the High Forest map, right, they're defending it from the north side and the south side. Okay? The north side is being attacked by the Greenclaw tribe, and the south part is being attacked by Ullivin.
When he says the Greenclaw tribe, there's just like a. It's like the
They all
noise from
look
Dan
at
is
Zen.
it's like when you're drinking and like it just gets caught in your throat and you're just like.
You know that Veeth is looking at you, but it's not like she looks at you with like just like embarrassment. You know what I mean?
Bitch.
Not like she's not like she's still like upset that it's what
Oh,
she's
right.
hearing type thing. Not like,
Oh,
my
shit,
god.
yeah, she's from Greenclaw.
Yeah, she's from your tribe.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, no, she's from.
I was gonna say, why is she a bitch? Like, she's from where you
Oh,
are.
I thought she was looking at me with embarrassment,
Yeah.
like she was embarrassed for me. Oh,
No.
I almost forgot that. Yeah, no, she just is a part of Dragon Tusk now.
Dickhead.
Yeah.
So, in Zen's defense, he has lived on his own for the 2/3 of his lifetime.
Anyway,
He left at 14.
So anyway, so you see that where they pointed out that they're fighting from two fronts, and they're trying to, they say as well, it's just like that they're a bit spread too thin to even try and like make advancements on either side of the thing because of the Olivin captains and generals. But he's like, we need to find a way to either vanquish one or try and divert one of them to focus on the next.
We should probably tell you how we got you as well. I'm not sure if you had scouts who saw up ahead, but we have at least
He
put the
stops you and
damage
goes, yeah, we
into-
have some fairy dragons running around.
Oh, cool! Yeah, I didn't realize you used those.
Yeah, they're
like
little bastards sometimes. You know, they just want treasure off people, and you know,
Oh
pull out the
yeah.
body of one of the
usually
fairy
you
dragons.
just chuck them a gold piece or something like that, and they'll just leave you alone. So
Okay,
like,
yeah.
it's like I want to like open my bag, pull out like if you like when you kill a rabbit and tie it up to cook it up later, like pull it out like that, and then just gingerly pop it back in the bag and close it up.
Yeah. Lilith will see what he's about to do, and she'll be like, "No, like put it
Hey,
back."
guys, what were those things we met earlier called?
I think they were gold wormlings. Yes.
I'll lean over to
That
Sylvia.
must have been it.
I'll lean over to Sylvia. Would they not want them back?
He looks at you and goes, "Oh yeah, I've seen a couple of our little fairy dragons play tricks like that. It's quite funny, isn't it?" Oh.
I wouldn't know. I've never encountered it myself, but
It's
ha
like,
ha, ho ha
Zen-
ho, he
Zen-
he.
Zen says through gritted teeth, like his eye socket burning with seething
He
hatred.
just looks at you.
They are most amusing.
He's just like, he said, "Oh, you actually encountered golden wormlings? Oh, wow, the dragons haven't been seen around here in centuries. Like, oh."
I know to be so lucky, but alas, they flew off into the distance,
He's
and
like-
we never saw them again.
He turns to you and goes, "Oh, did you harvest anything from their corpses? Can I see?"
No.
He's like, "What do you mean, no?"
We
I taught
didn't
you to
harvest
They
do-
flew
anything.
off, she said.
Oh, so you didn't actually kill them?
No,
Oh, good.
we killed them with kindness.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, okay.
Are they
Obviously,
Well,
totally
why
unrelated
would you
now?
be attacked by them? You know, they're lawfully good creatures.
They are lawfully good creatures, so I don't see why. I'm very uncertain as to why they were here, but no doubt.
I must
Off on
agree,
some
this
noble
whole
cause.
scenario
You got-
sounds ridiculous.
He turns to you, he goes, "I've heard that the star mounts are notorious with dragons."
It's like, ooh, yes, we should be wary of those then. Maybe. Apart from good ones, like the gold ones.
He goes, "Anyway, stop deviating from the meeting."
She's like, hang on. Did you ever finish that color chart on dragons? Because like I remember we were working together to make a book on the classifications of dragons and their alignments. I think we got to gold, and then we stopped, and we started at G. So
He looks at you and goes, "Nope, I haven't picked that book up in years."
yeah, he's like, oh well, I guess things go in the way. It's not important.
Madame Lilith, if you would be so kind as to continue recounting our meeting with
Yeah.
the fortress.
Yeah, and she'll explain how they tricked them and how there was a big fight and they killed a part of the force. Most of the force ran off. They are due to come back, so she will say maybe they'll come for revenge, but she'll also say that we pretty much destroyed and set the camp ablaze. So
tell them. I'll whisper it in her ear because I'm
Yeah.
not saying it out loud. Tell them about the elemental and the rhino.
Yeah, and she'd be like, "Oh yeah, and there was we set an elemental there and a rhino, and
As you
they
say
did
the
some
elemental
damage."
and the rhino, all the lizard folk just start grinning.
Yeah. It was quite a sight, to be honest. Or so I'm told. I took a bit of a bump, but the other guys, they tell me it went really well.
Day's daughter just looks at you and goes, "Don't you dare tell me you got defeated in battle, Lilith."
And she's gonna look down and be like, "No."
Brave
her
Hand just looks
defense-
right, like it's like, "Did you listen to anything that I taught you whilst you were training? God, you're so useless. God alive. God, see, Daystalker, this is the entire point why I was useless as a trainer. God."
In her defense, she is really squishy.
He looks at the metal man. He goes, "Sorry, was I talking to you?"
Don't worry.
No, you appeared to not be talking, but rather spewing some sort of bullshit.
He looks at you. He goes, "You want to start, lizard boy?" It's
I agree
Child,
with Zen.
sit down before I turn you into a sheep.
Daystalker just slams on the table.
What the fuck kind of threat is that?
Daystalker just slams on the table and just tells everyone to shut up.
What kind of threat is that? We just got some dragon powder
I
that
know
turned
it
someone
is.
into a
I
sheep.
know it is. But
It's still a
without
weird
knowing-
yeah. I'll turn you into a sheep for an hour, and then you'll be fine.
I could have really made
Yes,
it bad
but
for you and
I
be
didn't
like,
say
"And
I
how
didn't
would
say
you
what we
do
were gonna
that?"
do during that hour.
It would have been amazing for you to pull out some amazing fairy dragon dust, wouldn't it?
I was talking
Yeah.
about polymorph.
Oh, okay, but
I
exactly
wasn't.
for
I
an hour.
was. That was. Yeah. It lasts an hour. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so anyway, he slams his fist down to get everyone to shut up, and he was just like, "So, you ruined their fortress, wrecked their ballistas, and took out some of their forces. We might be okay on that front for a little bit. How many days ago was that?"
We
Joe, how many days ago was
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do now. Shall I?
yeah.
that? Joe,
I don't think it's been that long, but
we
it's
haven't
probably
taken. We haven't taken.
Yeah, 'cause we haven't
We've only
taken a long
taken
rest.
one long rest.
2 long rests.
No,
No,
one.
I
When
haven't
did we take
taken
a long
two.
rest?
You took a long rest when you got to the fort.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we didn't destroy the fort.
I mean, since
No.
we destroyed the fort is
And
what
then
we're on
after
about.
you destroyed the fort because you all leveled up, you had to take another long rest.
Yeah.
But we didn't send them away until. Where is it? We sent them away, then we destroyed the fort, killed all the guys, and then left, then took a long rest, then continued on the journey. The
Yeah,
first long rest
But we did
was
say
before.
that from the fort to Ullavin, they would be able to tell before actually getting to Ullavin if it was actually
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
attack.
Oh yeah, I did say that.
But
Yeah, they
your
probably would.
duration through the High Forest has been 9 days.
Oh shit.
So is that in total?
In total, yeah, 9 days.
Yeah, but I mean, has it been since we actually blew up the?
Oh, since you
fort,
blew
how
up
long?
the...
Do you mean it's taken us 9 days to get to this exact point
Yeah,
from Ullavin?
No, from the fort to here.
Oh shit.
Well, we would have had to have had at least well, I'd say more than one long rest. Otherwise, we'd be
Yeah,
exhausted.
no, yeah, you would have.
Yeah.
Not only that, but I'm pretty sure I didn't take a long rest like around that dragon fight.
No,
I
you
don't know if I
didn't.
should have.
You were on
No, I didn't. Yeah.
watch.
I have only taken one long rest since the fort, so
Yeah, all of us have. That was the level up.
yeah.
Anyway, so he tells you, he goes, maybe they could have refortified by now. And he's just like, and then Bravehand pipes up. He goes, "Nah, they're too stupid to do that."
Would you guys like any ballistas?
Would you have a full ballista?
I have two.
He
You'd
took
have
parts from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took. No, I've specifically noted it. Hang on. It's like full disassembled ballista times 2.
No, you didn't
Yeah, full
fully
ballista.
disassemble it.
I'm pretty sure
I
did.
didn't think
Otherwise,
you had.
no, you're
I
not going to
thought
be
you
able to
only had
fully
half.
disassemble it and carry it all.
Not with the bag of holding.
Well, no, it's still got a limit.
I know, but no one's keeping track of that shit.
Well, I'll fucking keep track if you want to carry 2
Yeah.
ballistas. No,
Oh,
I'll say
okay.
you have parts of it because you were meant like the whole point of it was to disable them from being used.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it wasn't
what
to
is it?
And then I went
disassemble
out
them
of my-
completely. It was just to disassemble them from being used.
So,
I tell you
Lilith-
what, I'll do this because I've finally got the chance to. After he says, "Would they have rebuilt? Would they have rebuilt?"
Yeah.
I'll pipe up and go, "I'll check," and I cast scrying
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
on Tendrick.
Tendrick. So you can see that there's this. They've replenished their forces and they've started to rebuild.
Is he like? I imagine Kendrick is just pacing back and
Yeah.
forth, being like, "I can't believe that she did this."
As you scry specific, like obviously, I'm gonna say scrying where it zooms into the person. So obviously, as
Yeah,
it's
it does.
zooming in,
Yeah.
you can see the outside of the fortress being like started to be repaired with
Yeah.
a bunch of people. But then when you get to Tendrick, you can definitely tell that he's really pissed off. Like there's a mount of holes in the walls and stuff like that.
It lasts for 10 minutes. So for 10 minutes, I want to know what he's doing.
Yeah, I imagine in the
Start
the
background you
timer,
can see
Josh.
them taking out a dead,
Start the
a
fucking
dead
timer.
rhino on like a stretcher. Like,
It's like there's just like a big cauldron in the middle of the bubbling with a fire underneath, like, and I just see a horn poking out.
yeah, no, you see one of the soldiers are like sharpening.
No, you can see his
horn or
guard drake
something.
chewing on the remains of a rhino.
That's
yeah, there
it.
you
Yeah,
go.
that's good. Yeah.
Okay,
But you can
so-
definitely see Tendrick is very pissed off.
Okay, so they're not. What does the fortress look like exactly?
I'll say like if I
Because
go-
like we shattered many of their walls.
yeah, if I go back to the if I put your icons back to the fort and I'll remove certain walls that have been built, I'll do that to make it a bit easier. So Rhino can fuck off. Forget about the people at the moment
Yeah, and the owls.
and the owls, yeah. But I'll say that they have fixed. They fixed.
Makes sense for them to have fixed the front area.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fix
the
the
front
gate.
gate would
Yeah.
probably would have been
I'll
like
say
first
that
priority.
is what they've repaired.
Okay, that's okay. That's not too bad. Do they have? If I'm still looking at it, what's their
And-
ballista situation?
And what's the what?
Ballista situation.
Ballistas. They haven't even started on the ballistas yet.
Nice.
Because they're trying to just focus on
Okay.
on
They
repairing
they
the
would
fort.
also need to have the spare parts, which they might do, but you know they might.
So
maybe-
I'll relay exactly what the fortress looks like.
Yeah. So Daystalker's just like, okay, I see our situation. And
It's like they watch me as I put a staff on the
he-
table, sort of hold my hands on it. My hands begin to shake, like my eyes just start to like glow this terrifying
You one
white.
eye.
he
Aye.
My eye starts to glow this terrifying light. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, you got it.
and then
My other terrifyingly painted on one, just like is unmoving.
Yeah, yeah.
so they converse
It's
towards
a bit off center as well.
Yeah,
Like she hasn't
of
got
course
the
it
eye
is.
dead in the middle. It's a little off.
It's like just a bit on the side on an angle.
Yeah, yeah.
So Daystalker refers to the rest of the chieftains, and we were just like, right, okay, so we might not need to worry too much about that because they still need to get through the forest, and the magic enchantment is holding up. And obviously, you guys know the magical enchantments to be the labyrinth that you had to go through
Oh, of course.
to get to here.
Makes
That's
sense.
why it probably that's why that's what I'll do. I'll say the labyrinth took longer because it enhances time as well. 9 days.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And there would also be like the element of travel from
Yeah.
the forest, from the fortress to that point of the high forest.
Anyway, but he
God,
then
what have you
turns
just
to
fucking sent, Josh?
tell everybody about the situation on the other front against the Greenclaw tribe. He goes, what's he laughing about?
Look at the chat.
God.
Look what the
for
bastard
God's
did.
sake.
You know what, Joe? Is there any way you can put that in the video so everyone can see
That should be
exactly
the
what she's
image.
fucking talking
that's
about?
fine.
Just make it the backdrop for the whole
Okay.
video.
Oh, you know what? Oh no, I'm not gonna do
You
that.
could edit the eye patch in
No,
if
I'll
you
just
like.
do this. Like, this is the eye patch.
Oh,
God.
Dag, I just accidentally closed Roll20. Oh no.
Right, there you go. I've just put my Discord on and took it off, so it's fine.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
God.
Anyway, so basically, he turns to you and discusses that Usk is leading the the forces of the Greenclaw tribe, and they're not entirely human. They're not entirely lizard folk anymore. Like some of them have got like extra hands to wield extra weapons. Some of them are taller. Some of them are bigger. They've got a lot more artillery. But there's definitely a very hard fought battle on that front. And no one has seen or heard anything of the Elder in a long time. They've just been focusing and just been keeping up to date with Ask. No one could find the Elderman.
Bastards.
So obviously for you, Zen and Veeth, you're just like pondering like what to do and stuff like that of the Green Claw tribe. But the chieftain pipes up and goes, "But we do know that the rightful ruler of the Green Claw tribe is you." And then they all look at you, Zen.
Lilith will look to him and go, "Congratulations, Your Highness."
I think we should
It
call
would be
the
your
Trail Mix
grace.
tribe.
Oh, do I still have to say that technically? I'm unsure how it works.
If I might be so bold, the day they tried to murder me and I was forced to flee, bearing heavy injuries, I do believe was the day I was ousted from that clan.
They all look at you and be like, "You were never ousted from the clan. It was your birthright to have that clan as your own."
Unfortunately, there are others who did not see it that way.
No? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But still, they all look at you and be like, "Well, surely it should be, you know, your prodigy and your destiny to retake the Green Claw tribe and make it your own, right?"
It very well might be.
And they tell you, it's just like, for years, the four clans have been allianced together, but it was just the Green Claw tribe that refused to join the alliance. And then around about the time that you ran away and we heard about you is the time that they started fighting back against all four of our tribes, and they had immense power, and we just couldn't hold them back anymore, and we had to flee our homeland and run to the nearest place, which was the forest. We were then luckily enough to stumble upon these amazing people, and we've joined forces to try and combat them. And their war is our war, and our war is their war.
So, the remnants of Green Claw currently hold dominion over the hunting plains and swamps.
Yes.
Well, isn't that just great?
And he was like, but it's worse now than ever. They now hold not just their territory, but they hold all of ours too.
They also hold some influence and sway within the walled city of Ulovin.
And then they start conferring to each other, be like when someone says some important information, and then all of them just start conferring. Like,
they're doing the
rabble,
yeah. Rabble.
As it would appear, an old friend, Roaxel, is made himself one of the guard captains within the city.
And Veeth actually knows Roaxel quite well. And she's taken at a surprise at the news that Roaxel is now working in Ulovin as well, to make things even worse.
I fear, as bad as things were when I left the first time, it has somehow gotten worse than you could ever imagine. That we need to do something about your place here, but we also need to, for the greater good of the entirety of the Sword Coast, the entirety of the world, maybe do something about this. Their power is only going to get greater.
He looks
And
at
I
you.
fear they are messing with forces that perhaps they don't quite understand. I mean, I barely do either, but I have seen the shadow of things. I have seen creatures that I never thought could be real and in the flesh, and I fear that their influence has gripped Olivin.
He looks at you and he's just like, ah, so you've seen visions too, huh? But then he also says, he goes, have you even entered Olivin since you've been back?
We have, yes.
And he turns to you and goes, and what of Chives?
He is well. We did almost have a little bit of a falling out. He looks quite different to what I remember, but he continues to create warriors with the ability to shapeshift or wild shape. Although his progress has resulted in some setbacks and some what was the word he used? Some failed experiments. Yes, some failures is the word he used. Abominations might be a better term.
He looks at you and goes, well, that is not good to hear.
His unethical practices aside, there is a fighting force of 33 within the walls of Olivin itself.
He looks down towards the map. He goes, right, okay.
10 minutes are up, Jev. So
as
Joe, what is
Scryan,
Kendrick doing right now?
I was to say, as your Scryan ends, you just see him just like started to cry because of the amount of damage he's done to his hand.
you just see it. You just see him. You see him get out some.
No,
He
no.
sits at his
Instead,
desk and he gets.
no. He pulls out he after punching so many holes in the wall, like he's run out of spots to do, and he starts just wails on the ground like a little kid and starts banging his hands against the floor and his feet and having a tantrum.
I was gonna say he like goes sits at his desk and he pulls out some hand lotion and he like slaps it together.
Yeah, he opens
And
his
then as he
laptop, pulls out his hand
as
lotion.
he reaches down,
So, whoa, whoa.
it comes back. Like,
Opens up one of them magazines that folds.
and
No,
then it'll be
stop.
like, he appears to have his hands full at present.
It's only one hand, though, if you, and I'll start wiggling my little finger, if you know what I mean.
But anyway, so yeah, Daystalker looks down and he goes, our forces are still no match for the total forces of theirs. There's just too many of them. We need to find a way to eliminate something out of the equation.
Liv will take a moment to think, and she will say, I believe there is at least one of our enemies who may be swayed, although that moment will probably take some time to come round. And she'll continue to explain. She'll say, when I initially returned to Olivin, I would have killed my father. But now I see the suffering he's been through. I wonder if he would put up a fight at all, if he knew there was hope.
He turns to you and goes, we have tried having fighters enter the arena to try and get in contact with your father. At the very slight chance that he could try and get some nonsense, but unfortunately, as soon as they put that sign on your hand and they take you to the training arena, I've heard it's kind of brutal. We still haven't been able to work out where it is, but we've never seen our fighters again. They haven't even entered the arena to fight Diamond.
She's going to say, I was warned that there was a likelihood just because you entered the fight that you would not make it there. I wonder if perhaps are they simply eliminating competition?
He turns to you and he's just like, "There's a possibility. One of the captains is very, very mischievous and very stealth-like."
And which one would that be? Do you know their name?
He does. I'm about to find it out for you now. Hold on.
Yeah,
I
okay.
have a book.
Glenn. Oh no, wait, that's the guy who owns the tavern.
No.
Sorry, he's next to the other guys.
He turns to you and goes.
Richard the sneaky lie.
He turns to you and goes, "Dreas is the main problem that we probably face."
Andreas
this
the
is
Swift.
Mr. Dreas, yeah.
He goes, "Dreas, he's a complete mystery to us. None of us have ever seen him. We just hear stories. And at the moment, Waterdeep is definitely one of those stories."
We just left from Waterdeep. What appears to have happened?
It's been razed to the ground.
Oof.
Hmm.
Oh no, Nox. I like him.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
It's like they were suspected of black market trading. I don't know how true it was, but
Yeah.
they had someone obviously probably on the inside to find out who it was, but oh no, we have no idea who it was. We had the Thieves Guild try and help us out, but obviously we couldn't identify who the leak was.
Yes, and I don't imagine a lot of them will be any use now. Those who survived have either joined their cause or probably made a run for it. That's what I would do. That's what I did.
Yes, you're probably right.
So then it would appear our most prudent course of action would be to go and talk with the Green Claw,
Veith
as
pipes up.
Olivin seems to be the tougher nut to crack.
Veith pipes up and turns to you, goes, "I don't think that's a very good idea. Not with Usk running around as rampant. He may just be one man, but God, he's like an army
He
on his
fights
own."
like 20.
What a
I'm well
man!
aware.
What a man!
He's like, he is no longer lizard folk at all, I swear. He is just like a demon incarnate.
How's his face?
That's his face. He's just like,
Still burnt to a char, I hope.
it unfortunately is not. It's fully healed.
Bastard.
The Elderman obviously looks after his champion.
Well, I'll just have to fix that again.
I never pegged lizard folk to be so superficial.
He some of the lizard folk pipe up. He goes, "The Elderman, he doesn't worship the normal gods. He prays Sesnik, the lizard god."
Sisneg, the lizard god.
Almost.
Sisneg.
Literally, if I write it in there, right, it would look like it spells fucking Sisneg. I swear to God.
Yeah, have a look.
No.
Type it.
So then, what is our next course of action? As sitting around here won't really get us anywhere.
Well,
Hold on.
I don't fancy our chances of going back immediately. I feel the best course of action might be to take out the force there is behind us currently. Or I guess in front of us. I'm not sure how directions work. We fight the ones who aren't Olivin.
I've messaged you, Jeff. Hold on.
Yeah, just so.
Mm-hmm. Semiyuna. There you go. Is Sesnik. Like, look at that, Josh. Like, how is that almost not Sisneg?
It's kind of cool.
uh,
It's more like Sassy Nick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I would have said it is.
Hold on.
What's
hold on,
Crank been?
hold on.
What's Crank been doing? Yeah, he's just kind of sitting around.
Crank's admiring the construction of the table and the chair, and he's looking all around. He's not even at the
The
table
what?
half the time. He's like just knocking.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, I do have that exactly written down.
Sorry, whoever said something last, can you repeat it? Sorry. Was that you, Josh?
Oh yeah, I said if we I think if it took us 9 days to get here, there is no logic in going back. So maybe we take on the other threat first. Do you believe their force would be perhaps smaller?
He looks at you and goes, not with the strength of power that they wield.
If I might interject, I'm not quite sure about you folks, but I have a lead on where ourselves might need to be going next in order to subvert these Green Claw. Do the words, or the name rather, the Kars Ruins mean anything to anyone?
Daystalker just he becomes wide-eyed, and so does Bravehand. He goes like, the Cast Ruins. What do you possibly need there? And they're quite.
Rabble,
Hold on.
rabble.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Bless you,
Oh,
God
thank
damn.
you. They're quite concealing. They're quite concealant about like some details that they leave out about the Cast
Yeah.
Ruins.
Do they say that they know them, though?
Yeah, he says, yeah, what about the Cast Ruins?
We need to be going there.
You're just like, what do you seek in the Cast Ruins? You know,
I don't know myself, but
it's not very a nice place, but it's
it
also
would only be, I can only hope it would be some form of enlightenment upon our own situation.
I doubt it'd be enlightenment, but
With all due respect, then, unless you're completely honest with us about where you got this information from, I don't see what taking this detour is going to accomplish for us.
you.
Uh,
Oh, carry on, Josh. Sorry.
yeah, I would say, if you're asking me to go on my faith and trust of you, then I will, but you shouldn't necessarily expect everyone else to do so.
As Lilith finishes that sentence, you just see that a raven just comes flying in and just lands on one of the knobs of Zembru's chair.
He lands on Zembru's knob.
Thank you. Knew it was coming.
Way, lad, Zembru, look, he's fucking pulled.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no!
He's pulled a bird.
Oh wow. But yeah, he just sits there, Zen.
Yeah. Joe, check your message a sec.
Oh, so many.
Doing 3 or 4. What's yeah? So my raven friend appears on the chair. I'll sort of
The raven bird on your knob.
Raven
the
bird
raven
on your
bird
knob.
on there.
And yeah, that is
I'll sort
Will.
of, as he does that, I'll give like a very deep bow towards
Towards the
the
bird.
raven.
Yeah?
Yeah, towards the bird.
And that is where we'll leave this episode, boys.
I'll be like, what the
Damn.
fuck? What the fuck's this bird?
Have any of the party actually ever seen me talking to the raven?
No.
I think every
No.
time I've gone off in secret and do it. Like
Yeah.
when he told me about the Cast Ruins, it was like when we were
You were like, I'll be
traveling
right
through
back
the
now,
forest,
boys.
and I was
go
like,
for a
"Oh,
shit.
I have some business with this tree over here."
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and we believed you because you're Zen.
Yeah, you thought I was going for a shit in the woods. It's like can we take this fortress? Does a lizard folk shit in the woods?
Lizard folks just shit everywhere. It's a bit disgusting, to be honest with you.
We're very much like horses.
Yeah, pretty much. You see the lizard folk nod.
They're all agreeing.
One of them drops a shit in the middle of it.
Just running down the back.
They've got
of
like
this shit.
holes in the middle of their seats.